Oh, what happened to my glasses though? All right, don't worry about it for now. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Alrighty. So with the flight briefing, I had to update my SOP on that one. Uh,
Hmm.
Pretty simple is make sure that the area is clear, most of all when we're taking off. When loading patients onto the helicopter, make sure they are in the crouching position to avoid any debris that may be in the air. Also, it is important to remind patients that, or any kind of person that is in the helicopter, is to hold on to their helmets or hats and sure they are secured to your head, because they will fly off if given the chance. Right? And the next thing is, as we're getting ready to board, sorry about that. So the next thing is, as we're getting ready to board, it is also important to make sure the engine is in top condition.
All right.
Ooh, sorry for my stuttering. I'm having some trouble with my speech today. Ooh.
Mhm.
So looking for engine faults, listening to anything that sounds unusual, because sometimes there are conditions that are unforeseen. Let's see. Maintaining this quality of our equipment, making sure we have everything we need before takeoff, and also making sure that weather is suitable for our flight. So that
Got
is
it.
the basics for the time being. The rest of it I will update on my SOP, which I will forward to you in an email.
Perfect.
All right, ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, uh, your flight pattern. Do you prefer controller muscle or do you prefer keyboard muscle?
So I only have a keyboard at the moment. Keyboard
Okay,
muzzle.
okay. So as keyboard muscles, it is. Do you have a numpad set as well?
Yeah, I do.
Mhm. So I feel that the numpad muscles are going to be the better solution,
Okay.
uh, which is more easier to do with your WSAD muscles.
All right.
You have more control of the pitch and rotation.
Okay.
All right, all aboard. Angel 1, Charlie Lima Delta, lifting off, becoming Angel 1. Sorry, let me just get this sorted out real quick with apparently my MP3 player likes to play around with my muscles a little bit, so just give me a second.
All right. No problem.
Okay, with your numpad 8 muscle is to push forward. Numpad 5 muscle is to pull back. Numpad 4 and 6 is side to side.
Okay.
Alright, once you get ready to lift off. Alright, lifting off will be your W muscle. Oh, let's make sure we fasten our seatbelts as well.
So W muzzle is just straight up and down.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Okay.
W and S is your up and down. Your A and D is to switch tail to right and left. And your 6 and 4 is to change the pitch.
Okay.
Alright, once you've lifted up to a high enough altitude, you're able to hold down your 8 muscle and it will stabilize the flight. If you flex your 4 muscle evenly, it will turn the pitch on its own. And you can also even out with your A muscle to turn left.
Got it.
Now you can also use your mouse muscle as well, but it's more demanding and very tricky as well.
Which
By
ones?
person, your mouse muscle.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
You have a little bit more control, but it's a little trickier as well.
Yeah. I've never been able to even drive cars very well with the mouse muzzle. I can understand.
No problem. Alright. The flying part, once you're in the air, is easy. It's touching down and lifting off that's going to be a toughie.
Got it.
We're going to be beginning our descent over Sandy Airfield.
So do you want people to take a angled approach, or do you want them to kind of hover onto a
Angled
specific?
approach would be
Hmm.
the best.
All right. Okay.
However, if they feel more comfortable with it, then they are more than welcome to do as they wish with it.
All right. Okay. Smooth.
Alright, nice and smooth. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Alright. Now, when we're loading a patient and we have to get out, we do not turn off the engines. We keep the patients crouched and we load them into the medvac as quickly as possible.
Okay. And you do that by holding down the F muzzle.
It is your control muscle to crouch, if I believe correctly.
No, what I mean is to
Oh,
keep the engine running. If you're if
yes,
you're
sir.
if you're doing it solo.
Yes, sir. It is your F muscle if you hold it down, I think. Let me check that real quick. Again. Give me 1 second, please.
No, don't worry about it, because there has been. I've noticed there has been an issue with holding down the F muzzle, even for getting out of cars and leaving them running. So
Yeah,
I
but
just want to make sure if this vehicle also has that same issue, so that I can log it with the
yeah.
government. Hmm.
And also another thing is like I'm unable to get out of the vehicle after a certain function, which is driving me nuts.
Oh,
But I can't
can you?
figure that out.
All right. For that, can you just try flexing your X muzzle? once or twice before you try leaving.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's a standard problem that everyone's been having with this particular thing. Any vehicle, when you face this problem, just do that.
Ah, okay. Let me write that down because I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, it's useful. Sometimes people get stuck in their cars without being able to move.
Oh wow, fuel is a lot cheaper than what I'm used to.
Oh yeah, fuel's really cheap in the city.
Thank
If you have
God.
come from some of the other cities, you
Yeah,
it's a pleasant surprise.
my old city, it was 500 just to refuel to 100.
Whoa,
Mm-hmm. And 4 liters a gallon.
damn.
Alrighty. So let's see. There are a few things that I wanted to go over with you. Uh, so in the worst case scenarios, engine failures are not unheard of, but very rare.
Okay,
So we are going to simulate a engine failure at high altitude and comprehend now what's in the nets. All right,
all right.
all right. Seatbelt.
Seatbelt on. Sandy does look more beautiful from the sky than from the ground.
Indeed, it does. You should see at night.
I've been only up in a helicopter just once, if you can believe it. This is my
It's
second time.
it's
Uh,
definitely a sight to behold. Because not only is it beautiful, but it's very relaxing.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
We're going to get as high altitude as possible once we reach our range. Alright, so you know the stress calls for air, right?
No.
So pan is a pre-flight emergency, meaning that it is still manageable, but mayday is when it's most critical that you need help right away.
All right, yeah. Mayday I've heard, but pan I hadn't. That's I'm just writing it down.
Yep, yep. So pan is pre-flight emergency, meaning that you're not in any danger yet, but it is a situation to be aware of. And mayday is when you need critical assistance.
Got it. Wow, looks beautiful.
The cloud cover is nice too.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know how I could get rid of the instrumentation on the in my eyes so that I could take a picture?
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
No, no. I'm asking. Do you know how to get rid of the instrumentation cluster on my eyes?
No,
All right.
unfortunately I don't.
No problem. No problem. Not important. I just want to take a photo.
If you flex your E muscle, I believe. Never mind, that doesn't work either.
Yeah. That's all right. Not important as a part of this one, but
All right, ready?
Ready?
All right, here we go. Oh, looks like it's not gonna shut off.
Maybe the altitude is not high enough for this one. We are what, close to
No,
6,000, right?
it will automatically turn back on.
Oh, okay.
So in the situation that the engines do feel like, say you ran out of gas or technical failure, the
Mm-hmm.
blades will not stop until you have touched down. So it will give you enough glide to get you to a safer landing.
Oh, okay.
The best bet is to keep the nose up as much as possible.
Yes.
Now, in the event that the pilot has fallen unconscious or has code zeroed, once you're in front, you are able to take control during the situation.
Okay.
So let's see. So if your best bet is what muscle is it to pull up that passenger wheel?
It's
Like
the
you know what
page
the
up,
citizen
page up muzzle, sir.
page up.
Yes, sir.
So your best bet is to use the page up muscle. Go to vehicle, and then you go to seats, and go into for the driver, which you will then take control even if you are in the back. This is critical in case there's a headache or a code zero. Because I've had my fair share of code zeros and then the helicopter unfortunately taking a plunge.
Got it.
Let's just say Misha wasn't too happy about it.
I can imagine. But you know what's interesting? I could hop back to the rear of the vehicle, but I'm not being able to hop back to the passenger seat in the front.
Uh, before actually that's fair. You should be able to get page down muscle. Yep. Ah, there you go.
No, I can just hop over to either side, not to the front seat again.
Ah. Oh no, I meant like the other one. There's like a circle that pops up that you can switch around. With jobs, citizen, and vehicle.
Oh yeah, that's the Z muzzle.
Oh, that's the Z muscle. So flex your Z muscle and go to vehicle, and then go to seat. Yep, there we go. Perfect.
Oh, I hardly ever use that wheel at all. Good
Yeah,
training.
it's something you're getting used to.
Yeah, yeah,
Because in an emergency situation, you have to do whatever you need to stay alive.
absolutely. Wow, we have a sunset with a moon.
That's something rare.